Hey guys, Ace 40 here. I decided to do a vlog today. I've had a few people request me to do something about my ex-wife again. So I was going to call this my ex-wife stories part 2. To get to the point, man, I tell you, one thing you never wanted to do was to get my ex-wife mad. Because she did this thing where her eyes, they would stare straight forward, and it wasn't like a deer cotton headlight eyes, because there was no fear there. It was sort of like, you remember in the Jungle Book, that snake, that he get poor Mowgli in there and those eyes started moving. I mean, they would stare, but they would move up and down like in a motion, go boom, 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 boom. You knew you were in trouble when they start that. And then she would curl that tongue up, just went, and then it started darting in and out like a viper. You knew you were about to get bit on the ass. I mean, it was the snake just ready to strike. And Cobra called. When she started coming down the hallway doing that shit, I knew I was going to get my ass bit and beat the crap out of. See, that's one thing. She's a little abusive, and once she got those hands moving, man, it was like a weed whacker from hell. It's like whack, 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 whack. It's like a Black and Decker weed whacker. One time we had a little dispute, and somebody called the police, and the cop come down there, and he said, "Now, let me get this straight. She's beating you." And I said, "Damn straight." And he goes, "But she's like 90 pounds, and you're like, what, 200 and something?" And I said, "Yeah, man, I don't believe in hitting girls." I said, "Once you get those arms going, it's like a weed whacker, man." He got laughing. And he said, "Well, what do you want to do?" I said, "I want to get out of here." So they waited there till I packed some clothes and left one night. Because she was just absolutely horrible. And then she has a potty mouth, you wouldn't believe, man. She'll make Popeye blush. She would, man. It was effing this and effing that, and freaking this and freaking that. And I'm like, golly. You couldn't believe how many words come out of that little lady. I thought, whoa. And then she was the prejudiced person on the planet. I mean, she'd see somebody go down the street, she said, "Look at that crazy Ian." Or, "Daddy, I don't think she just did." And then we had some Mexicans down the way, and she said, "Those little Mexican kids, man, I can't stand those little Mexican kids. Tell them to go home and eat some tortillas. Or tell them to go home and eat some beans." And I'm like, oh, I said, "Girl, you can't just go around being prejudiced like that, man. Somebody's going to end up shooting you or something." And she didn't have no fear whatsoever of anybody. You know, I have a friend over, and he just happened to be a certain color, and she went ape crap, man. If they were a different color than us, she'll come in and get them out of my house. I don't want them in my house. Embarrassing. I tell you, she pulled that stunt a few times, and I thought, my gosh. And I tell you, she worked me to the bone. I tell you, every time I turn around and do dishes or do this, which, you know, that's expected to be in a relationship, you know, but golly, she worked me to death. I never forget the day right before I was going to leave. She said, "So you're not going to go with me, huh?" Because she planned on going to Virginia, which they didn't pick her up a year and a half later. And I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not leaving my family behind to go chase your family," which nobody likes me. So she said, "Okay." Then she had the nerve to turn around and say, well, she said, do you want to have goodbye sex? What? No, I don't. I don't want to have that. Right before I leave. I mean, all this trouble we've been having, you're going to turn around and ask me that? Oh my gosh, man. I thought, boy, she is a crazy little lunatic. And you know why, don't you? Because my wife's retarded. I had to throw that in. I couldn't help it. Well, I had to get this off my chest, so I did. And so I hope you guys enjoy the second part. So I'll catch y'all later. Bye.